let's get to the bottom of this, man.
Number 2, featured in a Super Bowl
Talk about Ice Spice lost her aura. Did she really?
Her own Dunkin' Donuts
Let's get
drink,
to it.
A song on the Barbie soundtrack with her idol Nicki Minaj. Multiple viral hits to start her career, and one of the biggest songs of last year with Pink Panthers. Ice Spice's meteoric rise to fame is unlike anything we've ever seen.
Chat, did she fall off? Did she fall off? If she did, do y'all think this is a Glorilla type of thing where, like, if she can't fall off for a couple months, like, do y'all think she can make a Glorilla type comeback, or if you think she fell off, or she just never fell off?
Pushing all of this before releasing her debut album.
Thank you, MTV. Oh my god, this is so cool.
However, as we know though, what goes up must come down. And in the case of Ice Spice, after literally losing 25 million monthly listeners and then watching her debut album flop, on pace to only sell 20,000 first week units, Ice Spice is fizzling out just as fast as she blew up. And this video will not only reveal exactly how she fumbled her highly anticipated album Y2K, but then also answer the question, is this the end of Ice Spice? And the truth will likely surprise you.
If she has 1,000 fans, I'm one of them. If she has 5 fans, I'm one of them. If she has 1 fan, it's me. Alright?
Despite declaring herself a, quote, marketing genius, and despite being named one of Rolling Stone's most anticipated albums of the year, Ice Spice's Y2K completely missed the mark. And as each day passes, it feels like more and more fans are turning on her by the minute. A debut album is typically a defining moment for a new artist looking to
that album was such a miss, bro, because when I think of Ice Spice music for real, I either think of drill, like New York drill, or like QT type with like drill elements. And I don't know what the she was trying to pull in that. I don't know what she was trying to pull off in that album, but it was neither of those two things. It was neither of those two things. So for your debut album, I understand Ice Spice has technically been out for like 1 or 2 years. But you gotta go to your fundamentals. You gotta go to your sky hooks. You know what I'm saying? You gotta go to your post fades. I don't know.
Establish themselves. But here with Ice Spice, as Fantano puts it,
feels like such a nothing burger. The hooks are basic, the features are forgettable, the instrumentals I would say are pretty typical for her at this point.
However, how did Ice Spice go from dominating 2023, dropping multiple massive top 5 hits, receiving so many A-list collaborations?
Well, the Taylor Swift one was just because it was a Taylor Swift song. I ain't gonna lie. Because that was, I'm gonna be honest with you, the run Ice Spice was going on, that Taylor Swift feature was probably the first miss, like in a while. Like she had a crazy streak, and then she dropped that feature, and we was like, all right, cool opportunity for Ice Spice to be collabing with arguably the biggest artist in the world right now. Fine, but nah, that was a miss.
To the point where you literally could not escape her on the internet, to now watching all of her new releases just come and go. Her career has hit a few unexpected road bumps. But before we see exactly why Ice Spice lost her popularity so fast, it's important to first understand the context of how we got here. Prior to being nominated for Best New Artist at the Grammys, just 5 years ago, Isis Gaston was a college volleyball player. Born and raised in the Bronx, although during her time majoring in biology at Purchase College north of New York, she quickly learned that lifestyle wasn't for her. It was actually at SUNY Purchase though, where Ice Spice first met Riot USA, a producer who I'm sure you recognize his tag by now.
Stop playing with him, Riot.
Today, Riot is Ice Spice's go-to producer, producing every single one of Ice's biggest hits, as well as every song off her debut album. However, according to Ice Spice's ex-best friend though, who took to Twitter to try and expose her for—
Yo, she is a weirdo. I don't know if y'all know her, chat, but she made this song last year where there was a music video where they were at a Target doing the dance for their music video. They didn't get no clearance, and the Target employees wanted to kick them out. And it wasn't even doing anything crazy. And she went on Twitter trying to play the victim card like crazy. When she was completely in the wrong. That was probably like a 2-3 day thing on Twitter, but I do remember her.
For some clout, she claims that Riot and Ice have been secretly dating since 2019, and that Riot is the mastermind behind her career. The one
Dead went to high school with her. Her name is Janice. Now that's crazy. We got some lore in chat.
who pushed her to rap. And although we'll dive into all of these crazy leaked texts more in a second, including messages of Ice Spice throwing shade at her idol Nicki Minaj, it is true that Riot is the one who ignited Ice Spice's music career, as after 1 year of volleyball, she was planning to go to beauty school before the two crossed paths at university.
Basically with my producer, we met, and like, I just loved his beats. So it was just pretty easy for me to start off that. Like, the beats was just too fire. I was like, all right.
While Ice Spice had always dreamed of being famous, she had no plans to be a rapper until she met Riot. After then dropping out of college, the duo recorded their first song together, titled Bully Freestyle, in March of 2021. However, that very same week, Ice Spice surprisingly found herself going viral on Twitter, but for reasons totally unrelated to her music. I did the Erica Banks Bust It challenge and it got 1 million views.
That was the first thing that blew up for her?
After that, I was like, nah, I gotta hurry up and put...
For me, it was Munch. When the clips from Munch came out, you thought it was Feeling You? That Munch. Like, that was the first clip.
This song out, so we recorded and finished the Bully Freestyle song the same week that video went viral. Ice Spice tasting internet virality for the first time ever, basically thanks to her body, would not only lead to her using this same strategy to blow up as an artist, something that, as we're about to see, many fans are now tired of, playing a factor in her recent decline, but this initial boost back in 2021 was all Ice needed to get going. Working various random jobs at the time, most often babysitting, although Ice claims, quote, I expected things to move faster to be honest because I just believe in myself so much. After a string of more independent singles with Riot, Ice Spice was exploding in front of the eyes of millions. However, it wasn't until August of 2022 when the pair would land their true breakout hit in the mainstream, accompanied by a music video on World Star Hip Hop with over 50 million views. Upon release, the 112-second Munch immediately went viral all over TikTok and Twitter, although you might only know the first 4 bars.
Oh, you thought I was feeling you? That nigga's a munch. Nigga's a eater, he eat it for lunch.
What the fuck?
But along with Joe Budden and the rest of the world unable to resist rapping the song's catchy chorus, Munch would also get a huge boost from Drake, who not only played the song on his Sirius XM radio show, but after reaching out and sliding in Ice's DMs, as a leaked screenshot would reveal his first message, that Munch and your on the radar freestyle hard AF, I'ma play 'em on our radio show. Drake would then also fly Ice Spice and her manager out to Toronto for his OVO Fest in fall of 2022.
Linking up with him was so cool. Like, he's mad nice and respectful. We went to OVO Fest. It was exciting because it was like his first time performing in Toronto, I think, in like a couple years. So it was just a movie. Like, everybody was excited. The energy was high.
Some will argue that Ice Spice only blew up because of her body, and more specifically her provocative dance moves. But nonetheless, the immediate viral success of Munch led to Ice Spice signing her first ever
I ain't gonna lie, she did have
joint
some
venture
hits.
between 10K Projects
She
and
had a lot of very
Records,
catchy songs.
with reports of her contract reaching over $3 million. To keep
The body
her
was
momentum
definitely a
rolling
part
came
of it,
Ice Spice's debut EP, Like, in January of 2023, the start of her record-breaking year, with the album cover showcasing Ice Spice in her signature pose and including the popular singles Bikini Bottom, In Her Mood, and Gangsta Boo with Lil TJ. This short 6-track EP not only served its purpose, but continued to prove that Ice Spice had found a working formula. Combined with her...
It was 95% of it, Souls Don't Lie. I'm not lying. I ain't gonna lie. Yo, y'all keep playing with me. I'll show y'all my playlist right now. On God, I got these fucking records on my playlist. On God. Hold on. Watch out. Watch out. Watch out, chat. Watch out. They're right here. They're right here. I got Deli, Princess Diana, and Bikini Bottom in my fucking playlist right now. And this was from January. Stop it. I'm a big Munch. Stop it.
Obvious stunning looks and bubbly personality.
You skipping them?
Just a month
Not
later
in the
than
car?
February came one of the
Not in
biggest
the
songs
car?
of 2023
What?
and still Ice Spice's most streamed song to date, Boys a Liar Part 2 with Pink Panthers.
I had posted the song on my story, and she was like, you want to get on it? And I was like, yes. So we just linked up, and yeah.
Going viral before their Part 2 remix even released, thanks to fans spotting the girls
This is probably her best song, and I understand it's not even her best song, but the best song she has anything to do with this is her best one.
filming the music video around New York City. As the first Billboard Top 10 hit for either artist, peaking at number 3 on the charts, this single took the internet by storm, amassing over 1.5 million videos on TikTok alone. However, the year was just getting started for Ice Spice. Stamped as, quote, the princess of rap by one of her biggest inspirations, fellow New York superstar Nicki Minaj, it was only right for Nicki to hop on the remix of Ice's song Princess Diana a month later in April, going on to earn her second top 5 hit.
I was like at her studio and she was like doing her glam and stuff. And then
nervous?
I was nervous. I was like nervous to get there. Once I got there, I was like, okay, I'm chilling. But then I heard her like say something and then I got nervous and she hugged me. I started crying because it just felt like I cried, but I walked away. Like I didn't say anything to her. I was just like, and I just walked away.
But then, right when you thought it could never get better than working with one of the most influential female rappers in hip-hop history, another month later in May of 2023, Ice Spice received an unexpected phone call she could have never imagined.
Getting the call and like my manager James is like, yo, sit down for this. And I'm thinking it's like terrible news, you know?
Yeah, so what else happened? Something bad happened?
Yeah, so he's just like, Taylor, she wants you to get on her record. And
This was the one I was talking about, chat.
On the phone, I'm like, oh, like
She was pretty
like, that's
unstoppable
great.
around here,
But
yeah.
then when I hung up, I'm just like bawling my eyes out. Like I just couldn't believe it.
According to Ice Spice, Taylor Swift and her team reached out with the opportunity to work together on a remix of Karma, off of Taylor's 10th studio album, Midnights. Today, Ice Spice calls Taylor her biggest celebrity friend, but a lot of fans believe that there is a deeper motive behind their relationship. Although never
That was the most forced industry ass friendship I've ever seen, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I don't even know if they still hang out, bro. But Taylor Swift and Ice Spice, like that becoming the group. All right, man. Okay.
were
Okay.
officially confirmed prior to Taylor Swift dating Chiefs tight end Travis Kelce. Taylor was frequently spotted on dates with the 1975 frontman Matt Healy, who earlier in the year had engaged in these negative comments about Ice Spice while a guest on a podcast.
She's the rapper
that
from
has
the Spice
one-
Girls. Inuit Spice Girl. Just this chubby Chinese lady. Yeah, I rap her music. Do they talk like that? Do Inuits talk like that?
They don't talk with a Chinese
They
accent.
talk like a more Hawaiian style.
Boo!
yeah, more
Yeah,
Hawaiian.
yeah.
Welcome to Hawaii. That
Yeah,
guy.
yeah.
Despite Matt himself issuing a public apology that was accepted by Ice Spice, telling Variety a few months later that they were good, again, some fans view Taylor's sudden
Outrageous,
collaboration
Jack.
with Ice
Outrageous.
Spice as more of a PR move to protect her reputation. I'm a massive fan of this brilliant artist, and after getting to know her, I can confirm she is the one to watch. At Ice Spice tweeted Taylor announcing their new song and music video. Regardless of the collab's true intention though, this was no doubt a massive look for Ice Spice and her brand. Peaking at a career best #2 on Billboard, this Karma remix would also earn Ice Spice the biggest streaming debut for a female rapper in global Spotify history.
You're in front of
Yeah, Taylor
Ice
Swift
Spice
carried that
at the
shit.
VMAs. Oh, she just looks like that all the time.
A stage name from a Finsta account she created when she was 14, Ice Spice had skyrocketed into a household name within just 2 years of releasing music. But yet 2023 wasn't even halfway over. Less than a month after her Taylor Swift collab came another mind-blowing opportunity for
All
the
of this
young
shit was
Bronx
last
rapper,
year, bro?
pitched with the
Damn.
idea to make an original song for the 2023 Barbie movie soundtrack. As again the self-described marketing genius that she is, according to leaked text messages from Ice's former best friend Baby Storm, Ice Spice revealed that it was her idea to bring the Barbie opportunity to Nicki Minaj. However, while it is these next 3 text messages here that we'll see in a second that are even worse and have led fans to question who Ice Spice truly is behind the scenes, Ice and Nicki would
What does
team
it
back
say?
up for the second time on their Barbie World single in June. Of course, yet another drill beat produced by Riot, Barbie World would become Ice Spice's 4th top 10 hit of the year, and in addition to being nominated for Best Rap Song at the Grammys, Barbie was also the
Really? I don't remember that song at all, bro. Was that? Well, this is gonna sound generic as fuck. Okay, I may know what it is now. I may know what it is.
#1 highest grossing movie of 2023, and plays Ice Spice's song right as the credits roll.
Bobby.
Yeah, this song.
As is the case with any artist who blows
That shit
up
was-
so fast though, also came the claims of
That shit was
Ice
alright.
Spice
That shit
being
was
an
alright.
industry plant. A lot of people have thrown that in my face, she says. Like, oh, I've never seen anything happen so quickly. She
They
needs to
won
be
the
studied,
Grammy, too?
or she's a plant. I just let people believe whatever they want to believe. Ice Spice's dad was a local underground rapper, but neither he nor her mother have any industry connections that could have helped her. So instead, internet theorists like to point to her producer, Riot USA, who is actually the son of Hot 97's DJ and
Chat, do y'all think she's a plant? Do y'all think she's a plant? I don't think she's a plant. I think personally, she was a thickie who made a hit and the clips went crazy. And she made more hits after she got that one hit, you know? I think it's as simple as that. I ain't gonna lie. She got lucky. I mean, everyone gets lucky. I don't think that's a bad thing, though. No, everybody can't be a plant. They announced them winning, then backtracked it. Ooh, I didn't know that. Didn't she blow up because she was rapping bad but had a nice bod? I don't think people ever said she rapped bad. Yeah, I don't remember people saying she rapped bad. It was just, damn, she's thick as fuck. And she's making these songs with these catchy ass hooks. And then that shit turned into TikToks and I don't know. It sounds good on me. They say that with everyone though. She's terrible. I guess. I don't remember that criticism though.
Enough.
Wondering your relation with the producer Riots.
That's my son.
That's your son.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, I was taken back when I found that out.
Yeah.
You
know, nobody knows that, right?
I was like, yo,
good.
Nobody
They don't need
knows
to know
this shit. Like, your contribution to hip hop is even in a different level that your son is doing something.
My son is killing it.
But while yes, her label has been shoving her down our throats like crazy, in addition to then releasing the deluxe version of her Like EP in July, which somehow has an even worse cover than the original, including 5 new songs on there, one of those the platinum hit Deli, Ice Spice simply dominated the year of 2023, with 8 Hot 100 singles, 4 of them cracking the top 10, and then closing the year out joining Doja Cat on her Scarlet Tour. Not to mention, again, she was accomplishing all this before even releasing a debut album. Every move that Ice Spice made in 2023 had seemed perfectly calculated and planned out by her team. However, with that being said, this only makes her disastrous Y2K album even worse. And as the year turned and 2024 came around, everything was about to change. While Ice Spice had been making a name for herself on the charts thanks to massive collabs and partnerships, there was just one major problem. She was, and still is, yet to really build a core fanbase. Sure, she has fans, literally over 11 million followers on Instagram alone. However, as we're about to see, judging by the flop of her album sales, clearly social media followers do not equate to music streams. Especially as a female artist, it can be—
I think Ice Spice is just someone who is popular. I think she's a personality now, but do people necessarily go to her music to listen to her music? Like, I feel like over this last year, music has become secondary to her brand, in my opinion. Like, yes, she went on a run of hits, but over this last year, her trending, her becoming a thing, hasn't necessarily been through her music. So once her debut album came out, she lost a lot of the momentum that she had on the music side of things. She was probably still as popular, probably not as popular though, but she was still a popular figure. But once the album came around, the hits were not hitting, the singles were not hitting, and I think that was the end of it. I think ultimately that was the end of it, or the start of it.
It's really easy to fall into this trap. First of all, since the very beginning of her online popularity, Ice Spice has been going viral for reasons other than her music. Gaining her first followers by posting these constant thirst trap videos. While this can be a successful strategy to gain attention, especially in today's algorithm-fueled industry, it's a terrible idea though for long-term artist development and building a legit fanbase. Then combined with the fact that the majority of Ice Spice's hits blew up due to either the help of another superstar or thanks to TikTok memes and clips, which makes sense seeing as her songs are perfectly structured for that. Entering 2020—
But let me ask y'all this though. And obviously we don't know Ice Spice. But do you feel like certain artists blow up so much in a short amount of time span? Because I feel like, truthfully, the thing she did in 2023, 2022 is some shit that probably set her up for generational wealth. Do y'all think Ice Spice, her becoming a poppin' musician isn't necessarily her top priority? Like, essentially what I'm saying is I feel like for the rest of her career, I think she is fine just being an internet personality, being a celebrity, essentially. And I think she definitely built up the cachet to continue to be a celebrity. I think she's fine. I think she's fine being that. You know what I'm saying? Generational? Yeah, I think it's generational. I think she made. I don't want to pocket watch. I don't even have any numbers to back the shit up, but I wouldn't be surprised if from 2022 to 2023 she made $10 plus million. I would not be surprised at all. Maybe even more. And I understand we've had these conversations on the stream before of what the fuck generational wealth is, but yeah, no, $10 million is definitely generational wealth. You know what I'm saying? So.
Before, all of this had fans wondering how long would Ice Spice stick around? Was her 15 minutes of fame finally up, or is Ice Spice for real the princess of rap? Well, many viewed her debut album as the defining moment. After first teasing the release of her Y2K album with this post back in November of 2023, literally 8 months before it dropped, pushing it off for as long as possible, Ice Spice would then confirm her album in January on NBC's Today Show.
Yes, there's gonna be an album.
Let's go! This year?
Yeah, this year. I'm so excited. It's called Y2K. It's almost finished, so I'm really excited.
And you were born on Y2K.
I was, and that's why I decided to name it. You know, it's funny, I have like 3 pages of album names in a journal. That one just stood out. It was also probably like the shortest one.
Y2K is a term that refers to January 1st, 2000, which also happened to be the day Ice Spice was born. But along with announcing her album was coming, also came the release of a new single, Think You the Shit, Fart. Yet another meme-driven TikTok hit. This track clearly reached its intended audience, charting as Ice's highest solo single to date at number 37. With a chorus inspired by this Mario meme, as confirmed by Ice Spice herself on Twitter, this song was also a diss towards fellow female rapper Latto.
The thing is, for me, why am I seeing that I'm in the back of your weak ass snippet? Like, that's why I was confused.
Literally, like.
So I was like, wait a second, that's me? So I'm like, okay, since we're talking about me, let's talk about me. And I dropped that.
That quote, weak ass.
Also, I ain't gonna lie, now that I'm really thinking about it, bro, in an industry where connects matter, do she really got friends? Like, I don't, like, especially in the female rap game, I feel like it's definitely clicked up where there's Ice Spice and Nicki Minaj, and then there's everyone else. There's Latto, there's Meg, there's Glow, there's Flo Milli, like that group. But on Ice's side, I don't. Is there one? I don't know, bruh.
Snippet Ice Spice referenced was this video posted by Latto, as she plays her song Sunday Service over Ice's music video in the background.
I guess Pink Panthers.
When y'all ever know me to duck smoke? Like, I'm never ducking smoke. I'm just recording fucking TikTok. Shit don't be that deep. And on my mother, if I did see that video behind me, I still would have proceeded. What the bitch gonna do to me?
But regardless of her beef with Latto, Ice Spice's first single of 2024 proved that her formula was still working. Then, only a week after the Grammys in February, which saw Ice nominated for 4 awards including Best New Artist, she was spotted in Taylor Swift's box suite at the Super Bowl. While unexpectedly going viral again thanks to this shot of her looking confused, also came an entire 30-second Super Bowl commercial for Starry starring Ice Spice, featuring the now 24-year-old on the world's biggest screen.
Huh, Starry does taste better.
To continue capitalizing on her momentum, that same month of February, Ice and her team made Y2K CDs and vinyl available for pre-order on her website, although the cover art and track list were yet to be revealed. An interesting marketing approach because a month later in March she announced that she had finally finished recording the album. However, this is really where fans started turning on her, for multiple reasons. First, there was the thread of leaked text messages posted on Twitter by Ice Spice's former best friend, racking up millions of views across the platform. On April 27, 2024, in an attempt for both clout and revenge, this girl known as Baby Storm tried her best to destroy Ice Spice's reputation, as along with claiming that Ice and her producer Riot have been dating since 2019, which Ice did tell the Los Angeles Times last year that she was dating somebody, but kept it a mystery. More significantly, though, also came the leaks she shared about Nicki Minaj. "Good morning, Barbs," the sinister Baby Storm tweeted. "This is how ISIS really feels about your evil queen, Nicki Minaj." Now, it is important for us to note that this intended private conversation is in regards to Nicki Minaj trying to negotiate a deal with Ice Spice, a deal which would have given Nicki a large percent of Ice Spice's publishing. So it's definitely understandable for her to be hesitant and vent to who she thought was her best friend. Barbie asked me to do the song for the movie alone, but since that's Nicki's brand, I invited her on and she doesn't even see that as me bringing her something, said Ice of their Barbie World hit. "She's kinda like my mom, ungrateful and delusional. I cut her off, by the way, not speaking to her till January." continuing on to claim that Ice Spice allegedly did everything in her power to make sure that her best friend's music career would never take off.
Yo, why is she snitching like this? What the fuck? Why is Baby Storm like, what the fuck? Was there a fall off? What the fuck happened?
If you know anything about Nicki Minaj's fan base though, the Barbs are some of the strongest fans in music. And as an upcoming female rapper trying to establish herself, these leaks were not a good look for Ice Spice. She's busy as hell. I don't really think she cares about it like that coming from a random girl. Ice told Rolling Stone in regards to the leaked texts, "What I said in those texts was just in a moment of frustration around contract negotiations, but I could have chose different words. We don't have the closest relationship," she continues to admit, "but we're definitely good. We're mutuals and we had smash records together." However, while both Barbie World and the Princess Diana remix were major hits, Ice Spice's next single after the leaks was far from a smash record. On May 10th, 2024, Ice Spice released her new single, Give Me a Light, which is arguably her worst received song to
That
date.
shit was
Already nervous about
chat.
sampling
Ooh.
the iconic Sean Paul track into a drill beat with the help of Riot, it's safe to say that the
That
majority
shit
of
was
fans did
cheeks.
not approve. Ice Spice did not do this song justice, one fan comments. 206 is my favorite, the end of the song. She's really not good. She's just a girl with a good body. It's just her same old flow, but she's yelling this time.
No. Bro, come on, bro. Holy shit, this sucks. Sorry, bro. That shit got me mad. What the?
Another extremely common complaint about Ice Spice's music is that all of her songs sound the exact same, especially in the drill genre, as drill beats can quickly get repetitive, which considering
That critique is getting annoying though. All their songs they gotta sound, but I feel it though.
that Riot does produce all of her music, many point to him as the reason for Ice's stagnant sound. We usually reference ourselves. Ice tells Billboard about the duo's time in the studio. "I'd be like, I want a Princess Diana or a Munch type beat, an Ice Spice type beat." However, while you will hear Ice Spice try a new flow on the rare occasion, you'll never hear her change up her subject matter though. Almost every single Ice Spice song goes like this. A few bars saying that she's a baddie, a few bars about being thick with a slim waist, a few about being in the party with her friends, who by
That I do agree with. Like it's fine if you got a sound. It's fine if if you even got a go-to flow, but you can only say you a baddie so much. You can only say poopy and fart so much. You can only say you thick so much. Like there gotta be something else there, you know?
By the way, are also baddies, and of course your typical bars about shaking ass while other girls are jealous. Now, honestly, you can make this same subject matter argument about a lot of rappers in today's game, but Ice
Not
Spice
too
just
much.
sounds as
Not too
bored
much
of
on
it
John
as we
John.
are, as we're about to see her debut album Y2K with simply some slight variation of these same bars for 23 minutes straight, which I didn't even mention the worst one yet, the unfortunately frequent poop, diaper, and fart bars in Ice Spice's music.
I did a quick breeze through to look for poop references, and I caught a couple, and that's the end of the line for me and Ice Spice album.
Little farty.
Yeah.
I apologize for even having to talk about this, but there's literally been so many references causing one fan to tweet. At this point, we gotta ask if she got a scat fetish, cause what is with the poop, diaper, and fart bars?
Yeah.
I got a shitting on this fetish, Ice Spice responded. In my opinion, it's extremely hard for even the best rappers of all time, such as Lil Wayne, who I covered in my last video, to make any type of poop-related lyrics sound enjoyable to listen to in the slightest. I'm the shit, I'm that bitch, I miss poopy. I mean Miss Poopy raps on Dilly.
She tried to pull it off,
but I
bruh.
never smell. Brody took a fake perk, now he got tummy runs, as well as on the album's second single, Give Me a Light, despite having the nerve to rap Big I.
Nah, what's up? Ice, what's up? She got a scat fetish?
I don't need a writer, just 2 bars prior.
Good,
Then
Joe,
came
I'm
the
good,
lyrics,
bruh.
I miss poopy like I need a diaper.
calling me baby. I'm as poopy like I need a diaper. Watch him out for my bitch.
I'm his poopy like I need a diaper. I'm his poopy like I needed a diaper.
What the fuck?
However, speaking of shitty though, a month after releasing Give Me a
The
Light
fuck
to pull
was
reviews,
that?
Ice Spice would unveil the cover art for Y2K, only to watch the backlash continue. Along with finally announcing the release date, still early though, 2 months in advance, which given all the new music that releases each week and people's ever-decreasing attention spans, that's a long time to remember. But as one user summarizes the album cover, the album title being on the trash can is very telling. Such an unfortunate place to put the album title. Paying homage to her Bronx roots in the subway and actually photographed by the legendary David LaChapelle, who is responsible for album covers in the past such as Travis.
I feel like the fall off was fast though. like real fast, cause I don't to say Ice Spice fell off in February. No one was saying that. You know what I'm saying? When you saw Ice Spice at the Super Bowl with Taylor, like no one was saying that. And it's about to be September in a couple days, but like all of this shit happened in a span of what would y'all say, chat? Like 4 or 5 months? 4 or 5 months?
Scott's Astro World or Doja
That's
Cat's
kinda
Planet Her, and according to Ice Spice, he shot the cover image for free. David LaChapelle is Y2K, so sweet he didn't even charge me, Ice tweeted. And yes, Y2K was placed on the trash can on purpose. Can you guess why?
What did the Y2K on the trash can actually mean?
The thing about art is it's up for interpretation. It's whatever you guys would like to think it means.
Okay. I'll let her know that I ain't get the answer.
Despite LaChapelle being a legend though, and despite going for that Y2K aesthetic, I will agree that this cover is bad. So, in an attempt to save it, one fan posted this revised version, making a few simple tweaks such as moving the album title to the wall, and judging by the internet's response, this cover was preferred by everybody, except Ice Spice. You thought you made this better too, Ice Spice posted in a since-deleted tweet, sharing a picture of the guy from an old photo shoot on his account. Mind you, I shot my photo alone and edited alone and it still came out cleaner than hers, with the world's greatest photographer and a team of editors, he responded. Not the best way for Ice Spice to treat someone who is trying to help her and who the majority of your fans agree with. But regardless, she would keep this album cover, and despite never actually answering why the title was on the trash can as far as I'm aware, the disappointment only continued with the announcement of the album's tracklist in July. At a concise 10 songs, a short total of 23 minutes long, fans immediately pointed out that 4 of the songs were already released, meaning that this left just 6 new songs for fans to hear on Ice Spice's long-awaited debut album. A debut album that many were hoping to hear her take a big artistic step forward on. We already heard half of the album, LMAO. Combined with more comments reading, I think I've heard the album before even listening, in regards to her music's repetitiveness, as she continued to ignore the hate, in July the time finally came to release her debut album to the world. Ice Spice finally dropped Y2K on July 26 to, for the most part, negative reviews, including features from mainstream rappers such as Central C, Gunna, and an extremely lazy Travis.
Yeah, that Gunna track was so unforgettable. That Travis feature was such a wasted Travis feature. That felt like a mailed-in Travis feature. The Central C one was probably on the better side of things. I think out of all the I think that even came out before the album came out.
Scott verse. To put it simply, the music was
so recycled, the same flows we've heard again and again and again, same vocal deliveries, same drill-influenced grooves.
In addition to debuting outside of the top 15, it was originally reported by academics and the Hits Daily Double website that Y2K only sold 20,000 in first week sales. However, according to Billboard, as of the time I'm recording this part of the video, the sales have apparently been updated to 28K first week. At only 10 tracks long, that is at least a little better, though not exactly Nicki Minaj numbers, who just sold 200.
Y'all see that? Hold on. Y'all see that?
23K with her latest Pink Friday 2, nor do I think it was the numbers Ice Spice's team was hoping for.
Her selling 20K first week, whether it was an EP or whatever, it breaks the illusion of how hot you think she is, right?
Yeah.
But Ice Spice was quick to respond to the hate. Like did 15K, so thank you to everyone who supported me, she tweeted.
I do think if there is an appeal she has, is being a hot girl, is being the hottest thing on the block. So when the first week of your album sales come out and that shit did not do well, because people aren't going to you for great pieces of art. Like, you're a motion woman. And when it comes out that you don't got as much motion as maybe we previously thought, that is a brand hit.
Numbers are cool and all, but you should have seen that Boston crowd last night. This debut album of hers, Y2K, confirmed a lot of beliefs fans had held about Ice Spice as an artist. However, none bigger than this one. The simple truth is that Ice Spice is a singles type of artist and not an album artist. So while yes, her album flopping was in a way to be expected, similar to another female rapper, Coi Leray for example, what this means is that Ice Spice's money-making formula is dropping a new single every few months, spam promote it all over her social media pages with viral clips playing the chorus, and then let the internet do the rest. But again, while this can be a successful strategy for streams making catchy meme-focused music, or relying on other internet drama such as their obviously fake relationship with Central C to promote their collab, the truth is this strategy never ends well. Because like we're
I think Ice Spice should just continue being a singles artist. Like I'm gonna keep it a whole stack. There's nothing wrong with being a singles and features artist, especially in today's day and age. I think that's fine, to be honest with you, unless she has album obligations, and even then it's like, fuck it, you know. We would like to have a good album, but I don't think it's necessary. I don't think it's necessary to become an album artist in 2024, especially for an artist that I'm gonna keep it a whole stack again. People aren't going for great pieces of art. Like motherfuckers just want to get turned to Ice Spice. So if your lane is the singles lane, get your singles, you know, get your hits, run it up on Instagram, run it up on TikTok, and if it's a money thing, hey man, you got the numbers to pull off crazy ass brand deals, you know. Hell, you might even get into a little bit of content creation. Start a fucking podcast. I don't know if I want to listen to the Ice Spice podcast, but you know, start up a live stream or something. You know, do something community based, and there's other revenue streams you can definitely tackle with the attention you're getting. Especially when you got a team behind you. You don't have to be an albums artist, man, and that's fine. That's fine.
We're seeing with Ice Spice here, once you start dropping a few misses in a row and your buzz wears off, it's really hard to get people to care again, let alone listen to an entire album.
Overall, I kind of feel like this record is proof of how much for Ice Spice and her brand, an album really truly does not matter. I feel like Ice Spice lacks the capacity and the ability to make a good record. It reads more like a lack of effort than anything. Something she had to ceremoniously go through the motions of.
You are then seen more of like a trend, and eventually the music just becomes an afterthought and Ice Spice becomes a product rather than an artist. However, some fans have argued this since the beginning, claiming she has no actual musical talent, such as when Kaisenet asked Ice Spice to freestyle on stream and this happened.
Okay, let me hear you freestyle.
You gotta start going.
You gotta go start the chat. It's Yachty. It's Yachty.
Talk me inside.
Yeah, I like my freestyle.
You not gonna freestyle?
That was my freestyle.
That was your freestyle?
I wouldn't consider myself a lyricist, Ice Spice admits to Billboard. I do be having bars in my music, but they're super simple. I want them to be digestible. I think people try to put that pressure on me just because I have been so successful. It's not a make or break for me, Ice Spice stated in regards to her debut album. I'm just happy with the album I made. Ice Spice is happy with the music she is making and the lane she's been able to pave these past 2 years, but the only problem is it appears she's reached her potential in that lane, and due to her inability to innovate combined with, as we just saw, a fumbled debut album, while she isn't going to just disappear at 24 years old, there's no denying that she does need another hit as soon as possible. Not exactly the ideal spot to be in, however, it's the reality of the situation for an artist like Ice Spice.
I think
click
she's
the video
fine.
on screen if you want.
Ultimately, I think she's fine. If we want to make the argument that she peaked, that's fine as well. It's fine. Motherfuckers peak, bro. People peak. People peak. Like, I think every single person in whatever thing you do, there is a time where you peak and there is a time where you start, at the very least, start falling off. If we want to say 2023 is peak Ice Spice, then 2023 is peak Ice Spice, and that's fine. That's fine. You know, I feel like something I've been saying a lot in 2024, man, and this is crazy that I'm saying this when it pertains to this video, man. Don't be sad that it's over. Be happy that it happened. You know what I'm saying? Okay. And as long as you can maintain that mentality, does anything really matter? Nothing really matters after that. That was crazy. W clip.